Hello, it's just Gavin here, and welcome back to another gaming review. And today we're going to be doing the AI career, but we're not doing both seasons of the AI career. We're going to be doing season 1 and season 2. So the reason why I'm doing them in separate reviews is because I don't want to do them both, otherwise it will go on for way too long. So yep, so this week we're doing the season 1, and then next week we're going to do season 2. So season 1 was in the MotoGP category, and today we're going to be going through the review and especially the episodes as well. And we're basically going to be going through them all, and we're going to kind of explain of how I enjoyed season 1 of AI Career and really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really good. So the first question is why did I want to do AI Career? That was the one question because it was in season 1. The reason I wanted to do it is because basically it's just cool just knocking riders over, I guess. Well, I know it's probably a little bit meanful, but I actually really like it. So I came up with it myself, and I decided to just continue with it because it was really cool. So I came up with an idea of going into a championship mode and doing a whole race wins worth of categories. So basically do all of 18 tracks in the game, and I decided to myself to do my own championship in my own respective. And another thing is what I did is I made my own championship up. So I had to pick 4 riders in every race. I had to pick 4 riders for the season, and what I had to do is I had to try and basically get all the riders in their top 4 positions. So in the first season, I think I picked 3 riders, and then in season 2, I picked 4. So basically, there was 3 riders I picked. And what I had to do is I was my own rider on my Yamaha M1, and I had to finish in 4th place. So that was the aim of it. So basically, there's kind of a few options I did. So I created my own championship. And another thing I did is I had to pick 3 riders. So I picked, I think it was Rossi, Lorenzo, and Hayden. I think not Hayden. No, Hayden's not in it. Lorenzo and Danny Pedrosa, I think I picked them 3 riders, and what I had to do is I had to basically pick them all in order. So Rossi was going to win the championship, Pedrosa was going to get 2nd, and Lorenzo got 3rd, and it was pretty good at success. So yeah, it was pretty good, and then by the time I started to get used to it, it's pretty fine. So what we're going to do in this review today is we're going to be going through every episode of the AI Career Season 1, and I'm just going to see how it went. So the first one, it says, what a start to the series. So basically, when we did Qatar, we're actually really well in Qatar. Qatar was our first one we did. I think in this season, I think we did it in order. I can't remember what basically order it was in. I can't exactly remember. But I believe it was in order, this one. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, I started off with Qatar, and Qatar was really good to begin with, actually. I really enjoyed it. It was a good start to the season. And another thing is I was supposed to do is I had to do it in order. So I had to do it in basically order. So basically another thing I did is I did it in 1 round only. Well, basically the first couple of rounds, I think I did 2 races on it, and then I just started to go down to 1. And the reason why I only did 1 round on them is because I made the laps quite long. They were on at 50%, and I didn't want to really bother doing 2 races, otherwise the video would have gone on for too long. So I think the first about 4 races, I think I did 2. I think I did 2 and 2, and then basically I split it in half and just do one of them. And the reason why I decided to do that is because the episodes would have gone on for too long. And another thing is they would have just took too long to upload, and there would have been a lot of commentary and me doing 2 races at the same time. So basically what I did is I cut it down to 1 race a week, and that was just a lot bit better. And the laps were still a lot bigger, but basically I just didn't want to do yeah, I just didn't want to do 2 races because otherwise it would have gone on for too long. So yeah, that's the first thing I basically really enjoyed about AI Career. Basically, the first couple of races I did was really well. So the next one is basically when I had a battle with Zarco. So that was episode 2. So basically, I think was it Circuit of the Americas? I can't remember. Basically, basically I was having a battle with Zarco. Like Zarco was like battling about, and I got past him easy, got back to the front and stuff, knocked the riders over. And yeah, episode 2 went really well. The championship was looking okay. The one problem is what I was getting a little bit worried about is the AI was going to be a little bit difficult, because when I started it, like this MotoGP is not too bad, but like all in the basically all in the previous games, I would have done it in that one. but I just wanted to do it in MotoGP 17 because I think it would have been a bit easier than all the other ones I do at the moment, because I do every single MotoGP game as well now. So, like, I would have done them in that one, but the reason why I decided to do it in this MotoGP is because it would have been a bit easier, and I just came up with it, and I just wanted to like knock all riders over. So basically, one thing I just wanted to do is just to make it a bit easy, and so far I got handle of it. I started to get really good at it actually. I think when we got to about round 6, I started getting used to it. Basically, I started to knock the riders over. There was kind of a few other random riders, and especially Marquez was being a bit mean in it as well, because Marquez kept going to the front all the time. There's kind of some riders that were being a bit aggressive. Marquez was one of them, just because he was being really aggressive in the race, and he wasn't knocking himself down. Vinales, he was pretty much okay. I had to knock him down a couple of times to be able to basically get to there. And apart from that, all the rest of them were pretty much okay. So that was one thing I did like about the AI career. And so far, by the time I start getting into the half of the season, I used to get used to it. I started to get using to it. And it was getting really easy for myself. It was absolutely brilliant. And in episode number 3, there was a bit of a problem in that episode because Lorenzo got knocked down, and that was actually my fault. So basically, what happened in I think it was in Jerez, I think, which we are doing right now. I think basically what happened is I can't remember. If you guys want to watch that, what I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm going to leave every episode in the description down below. So if you guys have not checked every episode from Season 1, I'm going to be leaving it there. So basically, all of Season 1 of all the tracks will be in the description down below. And also the playlist will be there, as always, as well. But I'll leave all of them down there. So basically, if you didn't see Episode 3, go and watch it, guys. It was quite long. Basically, what happened is Lorenzo was in the way, and I tried to knock someone over. And apparently I slipped into Lorenzo's Ducati, and he knocked himself over, and I got really mad. Like basically, I was really mad as well when I knocked him over, because that was my first official rider I knocked down. So I didn't really like it. And basically, what happened to Lorenzo is he slipped down. He slipped down a couple of places. I'm not sure how many places he dropped down. And then basically, when I saw him again, I started to get back up the field. And then I think sadly the timer ran out, and I think I only got him into about the near top 10 somewhere. So yeah, that was one moment I didn't really enjoy. And then in episode 4, I messed up. So basically, go and check out episode 4 as well. So in episode 4, I messed up for some reason. What was going on is I think I knocked them all down on this episode. I can't remember. I think on this one, I think I knocked them all down. It was either that or I kept crashing. But yeah, basically what happened is I messed it all up. So I can't exactly remember what happened in it because it's been a long time ago. But basically, I think what happened is I think I kept knocking myself over, and I just messed it all up. And I just couldn't help any of the riders whatsoever. It was really annoying, and then that means the championship start to fade away, and then it start to go down a little bit as well. So that was one moment I didn't really enjoy about episode 4. I got to say that I think the worst episodes have got to be number 4 and number 3, just because basically in the third one I knocked Lorenzo over, and then in the fourth one I messed up. So yeah, I didn't really like them. But they were really good. I think, to be honest, they weren't like as great, to be honest with you. But I still really enjoyed it. But there was kind of and also there was some funny moments which I will be doing in top 10s. Make sure you stick for them in top 10s on the second channel. I will be doing some top 10 videos on the AI Career series. So if you guys want to check that out, because I know that in the Red Bull Rookies I did a funny moment for that video. And also I'm going to do some top 10s of the Red Bull Rookies moments as well. So that'll be coming up. I think I might end up doing that before the AI career moments, because I did that first. So yeah, make sure you stick for them moments on the top 10s. And then episode 5, I did a pretty tricky situation. I gave the AIs a 5-second head start. So basically, what happened in this one is I had to give them a 5-second head start at the start of the grid, and it actually went really well. I actually don't think I did too bad when I gave them that head start. There was kind of a few moments I did. I think there was kind of a few problems I did in that. But apart from that, I actually went really well from there. It was actually my first time doing it in that series, so I don't know how well it was actually going to go. And to be honest with you, though, I did it pretty successfully. I managed to be able to start from there, and yeah, it actually went really well. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed it, and it was actually really good when I gave them a 5-second head start, because it's going to be a new opportunity. Because another thing is as well, is I was starting from was it 12th place, I think? Yeah, I was actually starting from 12th in that season. And basically 12th place got really easy when I were doing it. So what I did, by the way, is I basically made it up a lot better, and I started to start at the back of the grid, and it wasn't that easy getting past all the riders, and I managed to do it successfully, and it actually went really well. So yeah, I really enjoyed that episode from there. And the next episode is episode number 6. Is I had to start from the back. So basically, what I did is I took 12th place off. So another thing I didn't do is I didn't do any qualifying. So basically, another qualifying that I did was only qualifying number 2. Basically, I did qualifying 1 off camera, and then basically all of a sudden now I decided to myself to take off both qualifyings, because it was actually really easy. Basically, I actually really enjoyed it, basically having qualifying off. It was actually going to be a good thing. And then, like I said, once again, I was starting from the back of the grid, and I was starting to basically get all the riders. It was not that easy, but it was actually really good, actually. I actually really enjoyed it, starting from the back. It was actually a really good experience for me. And I basically pretty much really enjoyed starting from there. And it was actually going to be basically a new opportunity as well. Because basically I don't want to start from 12th throughout the season. So basically I decided to myself to basically just mix it up a little bit and start from the back of the grid. And I tell you what, by the time we got into half of the season, I got used to it, basically, and I didn't want to bother qualifying anymore. So I decided to myself that, yeah, I'll just start from the back in every race. So I just did that, and it was absolutely good. I really enjoyed it. It was absolutely really good, and I think it's probably one of the best things I really enjoyed about it so far. I know it probably weren't one of the best ones, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. And the next one, episode number 7, is the championship was looking good. Well, I think I put pretty on the title there. So basically, what happened in this one is the championship got even better. So I think I just started to do really well. The championship looked quite good. I think there was a few riders that were still far down on the grid, especially my awesome riders. Yeah, that's what I called them, by the way. I called them my awesome riders. That's what I called them, by the way. And yeah, basically that's what I called the riders. Yeah, the championship went really well after that. I started to do a bit better from the back. I started to knock all the riders over. Yeah, to be honest with you though, it actually went really easy. I actually thought it was not going to go that easy. But apart from that, I pretty much got used to it. And yeah, I just started to basically get the handle of it. And it just got really easy. It wasn't pretty much that respect, since I did give him a 5-second head start in that race, but and then yeah, I just basically just started to get used to it and getting all the riders in the top 4, and then getting me in 4th place, getting them in the top 3, getting me in 4th place as well. And also looking at the championship was really good as well. So yeah, that's basically just another thing I really enjoyed about it, because it was not that easy at first, and then like I got used to it, because basically I was uploading it every week, and then I got used to it. And then basically I just started to upload it regularly. Well, it's on Thursdays, of course, but yeah. And then I started to get used to it every week, and then that's when I just started from the back a little bit more. And then that's when I started to get used to it, and I just said to myself that, yeah, it was really easy, and I really enjoyed it. So that's what I've got to say about it at the moment. So yeah, it was actually really good, that. The next one is basically number 8? I think it's number 8. The next one is I had to give some riders basically a head to, what was it called? Points up it said. So basically what happened in this one is Maverick and Marquez were the 2 guys that were trying to get to the front. I had to give them worst points. I think it were. Was that the right one? I think that's the right one. So basically what happened in this one is I had to give Maverick and Marquez some points, some worse points, because they'll be meany to my riders. So basically what I had to do is I had to knock them down all the time until they were outside the top 15. And they were. They were basically outside the top 15. And that's what I called it, because like they were doing absolutely rubbish. I think one of them got points and the other one didn't. And basically what happened after that is I had to basically leave them behind, and then I had to win the race, so they went in the top 10. And pretty much so far, they weren't even in the top 10, which was good news. So that was good. They weren't even in the top 10 anyway, so that was pretty good. So that was another good episode. I basically really enjoyed because I didn't manage to get him there. I think one of them finished in about 13th place, and I think the other one actually finished in 15th. I can't exactly remember, but yeah, it was really good that. So I just give them worse points because they were actually the two meanful guys that I didn't really enjoy. And then basically after that, I just basically gave them up, and I just pretty much succeeded. So that was pretty good. In the next episode, in the next one, what number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're on the 9th episode now. So in the 9th episode, it was Aragon. So Aragon was interesting. Basically, what happened is it was wet. Aragon was wet. Yeah, Aragon was interesting because I basically didn't really like Aragon. Aragon was interesting. Yeah, it was actually pretty much okay. Aragon. I know that I didn't really like it successfully, but yeah, Aragon was not that good. It was my first time doing it, and it was tricky. Yes, it was tricky in the Aragon episode. I didn't really like it. Basically, I think I kept falling down a few times, I think, because I know you guys do know that I hate Aragon. So I think I fall down a few times on it. I think I managed to get Rossi in the lead in that, but I'm not sure about Lorenzo and Pedrosa. I can't remember. But yeah, I basically kept falling on it, and yeah, I just said to myself that I just give up on this track. So I think that one was actually one of my worst results as well. So I think basically only the rider I helped out in that was only Rossi. Because I think Pedrosa and Lorenzo, I couldn't be able to help them out because it was just so tricky. So yeah, I basically didn't really like that because Aragon was interesting. I didn't really like it because, like I said, it was not that great. And apart from that, it wasn't even as a bad track, to be honest. So, but yeah, it was really good anyway. But like I said, it was in the GP one. The next one, episode number 10, is the races were getting harder. So in this episode we did, was it Motegi, wasn't it? So in Motegi, yeah, the races were getting harder. So what I mean by that is they were getting harder. So basically what was going on is, yeah, they were just getting even harder. So I was struggling a lot. I couldn't get any of the riders on properly. Yeah, yeah, this one was interesting, this one, because yeah, this one was an interesting one because I had to like fight for the limit, and yeah, they were getting even harder because like when you're knocking riders down and stuff, it is a little bit hard when you're knocking them down, but it basically does get a little bit tricky when you're knocking them down. But apart from that, it was actually really easy when I actually did it. But yeah, basically it was a little bit slightly like difficult, and yeah, I was actually struggling. So I was struggling to get to the front. I was struggling to get in the top 10 and all that. And I think eventually I got in the top 10. I can't exactly remember if I did get in the top 10. Can't remember, but I think I managed to get in the top 10. And yeah, it was actually going. It was actually going basically really easy again. And then after that, I just basically started to get used to it again. It started to get completely easy again. And then basically by the time I start getting through the next couple of episodes, I start to get used to it again. So yeah, that was quite good. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, it was really good, that one, but I really enjoyed it. The next one, I can't remember which episode it were. It's basically, I think it was it Phillip Island, I think? Can't remember. Basically in this one, Rossi managed to win the championship. So Rossi was pretty much fine because he managed to win the championship, which was great news. I can't remember. My home race, and Rossi is the champion. Yeah, so basically in this one, Rossi managed to get the championship. So basically, I think he won like every single race in that season, and yeah, he managed to get the championship because Rossi, he was actually really good in that season. He basically managed to complete the whole of the championship, and yeah, he just pretty much managed to successfully do it. And yeah, I was really proud of Rossi when I finished it. And he basically did really well in it. Like all the other riders, they weren't doing as great, but like Rossi won every one. And that's why basically I think they crowned him the champion, because he won like every single race. I helped him out a lot of times. And another thing is, by the way, is it wasn't even that easy to get past to get to Rossi as well. Like basically, like Marquez and Maverick were like right at the front of him every time, but it wasn't even that easy to get past him. Like it was pretty much a bit easier when I knocked Marquez down and Maverick Vinales because they were like fighting him. But apart from that, I just slowed him down, and then I just got Rossi in the lead because like Rossi was in the lead for some time anyway, and then sometimes he drops a few places and that. But apart from that, it was actually really easy, and then basically I think that might be the reason why he just managed to get the championship like completely so quickly. So that was really good, and then Pedrosa was doing okay, and then Lorenzo was quite far down on the grid anyway, so that was pretty much okay. And then apart from that, I basically just started to get used to it again. It was actually completely really easy again, and I just basically started to like it. I think it was just absolutely brilliant, and I think it was absolutely brilliant in my perspective, but I think, to be honest, it was really, really easy. I actually really enjoyed doing it, and if I would have done the MotoGP season again, I would have probably wrapped it up slightly. But apart from that, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The next one is basically Pedrosa. Hang on, let me just try and read it because I'm trying to concentrate at the same time. Stop getting Danny Pedrosa. I think that said stop getting Danny Pedrosa. I think it said there, that title. So basically, what was going on is there were some riders in the race that they're actually getting Danny Pedrosa. Basically, because because Danny Pedrosa does ride pretty slowly, which is his ride. Basically, what was going on is Pedrosa was basically he was getting attacked by all the AI riders. So what I had to do is I had to help him out a little bit, and I had to knock them all down, and it was a little bit difficult, but I managed to successfully do it. And basically, I think after that, I managed to get him into second place. And then basically after that, it was starting to get a little bit easy. After that, I started to basically get used to it of doing it. And yeah, I just basically just started to get used to it. It was starting to get a little bit slightly hard, but I got used to it in the end, and I just said to myself that yeah, I pretty much successfully done it, and managed to get him. So yeah, that was good. That was really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. It was absolutely brilliant, and I think that one's got to be probably one of the best ones I've probably done of AI career. The next one is basically Marquez was doing his tricks. So in this one, Marquez was doing his own tricks. So I think what was going on in this one is basically Marquez kept going to the front all the time, and he wasn't losing as much time. So Marquez was doing his tricks. I think he was basically just getting up to the grid all the time, and he wasn't losing as much time in the race. So I think that's what was going on in the race. Yeah, he basically just kept losing out on his victory because, like, Marquez is that sort of guy who wants to win every race, basically like what he does in real life at the moment. But basically in the game, he basically just wants to win again. So he basically just wants to win it again, and I don't know why he does. I don't know, but he basically just wants to win the championship again and just wants to successfully do it. So I think that's got to be the role for Marquez. I can't exactly remember if that is going to be the role for him. I don't know, but like Marquez is that sort of guy who wants to win every race. Not also in the game. In real life he does, but like in the game he's a little bit hard in the game because like he just wants to get to the front and he wants to win all the time. But like Marquez, he don't really do that because he sometimes lets all the other riders win. But apart from that, Marquez was doing his tricks in that episode, and I didn't really like it, but I managed to solve it. Managed to knock him over all the time and that, and yeah, it was actually really easy. So yeah, that was the Marquez one. The next one is I was making some mistakes. So in this one, I was making a lot of mistakes. So yeah, what was happening is basically I think my bike was having a few problems with it. I'm not sure if it was like tires and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I was kind of having a few problems in this. I literally have no idea why I was having problems. But yeah, I basically just kept like just failing, and I just kept like falling over, and I wasn't just doing my own thing. It was just like I think it was just like I think I was just struggling a little bit. I think that's what was going on. I can't really exactly remember, but I think I was just completely struggling in it. I don't know what was going on in it, but yeah, I think I was just completely struggling, and I wasn't doing that great. And I think it wasn't as alright as what it was actually expected, but I think it was pretty much okay when I did do it. But apart from that, it was not like it was particularly not that hard. But I basically just managed to succeed it really, really well, and I just managed to complete it really, really well and all that. Yeah, it just basically went really, really well. I just completely enjoyed it and succeedingly did it, and it was really easy. So I did like that episode, not as bad because it was pretty funny when I made mistakes because like everyone makes mistakes, but on a motorbike game I don't make many mistakes. So like basically it was a bit funny when I was making them because I was a little bit laughing about it, but apart from that, it was pretty much it was pretty much fine. The next one is basically I was given some boost points. So basically Maverick Vinales, who I kept knocking over. Basically, I decided to myself to give him some boost points. So what I mean about boost points is I mean by getting him a lot of points. And I know that I don't really do that because like Maverick was an AI rider, but basically he was actually struggling. So I decided to myself to give him some boost points. So basically, I think what happened, I think I crashed, and Maverick got in like the top 5, and I think that's what I called boost points or something. So I just basically just give them the points. And what I did is I think he just basically just beat me to the line. I don't think I actually completely got him to there. I think I just completely won him. And basically say to myself that like I'm gonna give him some points. So that's what I did. Yeah, I just decided to just go over him and just leave him. So yeah, that's what I did. I give them the points, only for once limit, and then I decided to myself to just basically just give it away. So that was pretty much fine. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. The next one is all the riders crash. So this episode wasn't great. So what happened in this one is all my riders crashed. So all my 3 riders, they all crashed. So pretty much all of them. So Rossi, Lorenzo, and Pedrosa, they pretty much all crashed in that race, and I didn't really like it. So what was going on is, it was my mistake. I knocked them all over, and the problem is the bike was going really, really quick. That was one problem because I was on a Yamaha, and basically another problem is I just kept going quickly, and that was basically one mistake. The problem is Lorenzo knocked himself over, which was not great. I knocked Danny Pedrosa over, and I knocked Rossi over, so that was not great. So I knocked 2 over, and 1 knocked by itself. And when they all knocked over, I was devastated. I wasn't great whatsoever. I tried to get them back in the pack. I managed to get Rossi into 3rd when he crashed, which was good news. I got Danny Pedrosa in the top 10 somewhere. And I think Lorenzo was like out the points. I think Lorenzo was actually out the points, I think. So yeah, basically Lorenzo didn't do very well. But apart from that, they were pretty much all great. I didn't successfully do them in a spirit, but yeah, to be honest with you, they were pretty much all okay, all of them. But it was actually pretty much tricky when I did them all. But yeah, it was actually not too bad. I pretty much really enjoyed it. The next one is called Happy Spring March. So this was like all the way in March. So basically what happened is I just called it Happy Spring March because I basically won, and I called it that because I don't know why I called it that. I don't know because I think it was spring, and I think I just won. I think that's why I called it that. I don't know why I basically called it that. I don't know, but I think I just wanted to call it that because I think it was just completely great, and I just basically just really enjoyed it. So yeah, I called it Happy Spring March, just because I don't even really know, and that's what I basically called it, and I think it was a lot better. And the next one, episode 18, is I was getting a lot better. So in this episode, I was getting a lot more better. So what was going on is, yeah, I just started to get better. So I managed to get all the riders in the top 5 in like some races and that. And yeah, I just called it getting a lot better because I started to get a lot better than what I did at the first half of the season. And yeah, it was actually really, really good. I actually really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, I just basically just started to get a lot more better than what I actually did before. Yeah, it basically just started to get a lot more better. I really, really enjoyed racing them all and all that. Yeah, it was actually really, really good. The next one is Something Grey. I don't even know what it says. Let's make a great something. I don't know. Basically, in this one, I was making something great. I don't even know what what that title said, but it said something great. So I think what was going on is I was making something great with the riders. I can't exactly remember, yeah, it was pretty cool. And the final one is the final episode, number 20, is A Journey Came to Finish. So basically, in this episode, I basically just finished off the last race with a pretty success. I made it really long as well. One of the longest episodes in the in AI career so far. And yeah, I basically really enjoyed it. I basically just finished it off completely. Rossi was the champion as well. And yeah, I pretty much succeeded. So I managed to get all the top 4 riders in top 3. I managed to get in the top 4 as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I made it really easy. And it was absolutely really good, and I think I really enjoyed it. So there we are then, guys. So that is all the season 1 review of AI career of MotoGP 17. So next week then we're going to do the review of season 2 next week. So I'm going to go all through season 2 once again, and I'm basically going to be scrolling through every episode and show you guys which ones I really enjoyed. But I really enjoyed the season 1 season. I might end up maybe doing another season in the future of the MotoGP guys again. But apart from that, I pretty much really enjoyed it. It was really good, and it was absolutely brilliant when I did the season and when I enjoyed it, and I think it was really good. So yeah, what's good about season 1? I really enjoyed it. Really good. Might do another one in the future, but it was really good when I did the review. So yes, so next week then we're going to do the review for season 2, and it'll be the same title again, but it'll just say season 2 on it. So yeah, we're going to go through the 4 strokes one next week, and hopefully guys really enjoy that. But yeah, I'm going to go and end it here. So the next one might be a little bit longer than this one, but I'll have to go and see actually how long I can do a lot of chatting for. But yep, that's the end of this game review. Plenty more game reviews coming up very soon on this channel. If there's any more, I will do on games and stuff. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.